Have you ever questioned what truly happened when a case is closed as solved? The eerie disappearance of the Sodder children will make you wonder. It was the night of Christmas Eve, 1945. The Sodder family, nestled in their home in Fayetteville, West Virginia, were about to experience a tragedy that would forever change their lives. That night, a fire mysteriously engulfed their home. George and Jennie Sodder, the parents, along with 4 of their 9 children, managed to escape the inferno. But 5 of the children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jennie, and Betty, were nowhere to be found. The fire was swift, fierce, and consuming, but strangely no trace of the 5 missing children was ever discovered in the ashes. Not a single bone fragment, not a shred of clothing, nothing, just the chilling absence of 5 young lives. The initial investigation concluded that the fire was caused by faulty wiring, but many, including the Sodder parents, found this explanation hard to swallow. The house's Christmas lights, powered by the same wiring, continued to shine brightly as the house was consumed by flames. Years passed, but the mystery surrounding the Sodder children's disappearance only deepened. George and Jennie Sodder could not shake off the feeling that their children were still alive, victims of an elaborate abduction rather than a tragic fire. Their suspicions were stirred anew when, in 1968, they received a photograph of a man in his mid-20s who bore an uncanny resemblance to their son Louis, one of the missing children. On the back of the photo, a cryptic note was scribbled, "Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, Ilil boys, a 90,132 or 35. This bizarre piece of evidence rekindled their hope, but also their torment. What happened to the Sodder children? Did they perish in the fire, or were they the victims of an elaborate abduction? The case remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of the 20th century, a chilling tale of loss, despair, and enduring hope. Ever considered the possibility of buildings being alive, harboring restless spirits? The Winchester House stands testament to this eerie thought. In the heart of San Jose, California, stands a peculiar mansion, a haunting tribute to one woman's guilt and her desperate attempts to make amends. This is the story of Sarah Winchester, widow of William Wirt Winchester, the heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. After the untimely deaths of her husband and child, Sarah found herself alone, wealthy and consumed by grief. Her heartache was compounded by guilt, believing her family's fortune, made from the sales of the Winchester rifle, was blood money. Ridden with guilt, Sarah sought out a spiritualist who told her that her family was cursed by the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle. The only way to appease those restless souls was to build a house for them. And build she did. But this was no ordinary abode. The Winchester House is a baffling maze of 160 rooms, 40 stairways, 13 bathrooms, and 6 kitchens. A labyrinth designed to confuse and trap the vengeful spirits. For 38 years, construction on the mansion never ceased. Day and night, the sound of hammers and saws echoed through the halls as rooms were added, altered, and sealed off. Staircases that led to nowhere, doors opening to walls, and corridors that twisted and turned, all part of Sarah's plan to confuse the spirits. Sarah Winchester passed away in her sleep in 1922, but some say she never left the mansion. Visitors report hearing footsteps, seeing apparitions, and feeling cold spots throughout the house. Some claim to have seen Sarah herself wandering through the rooms, eternally lost in her own creation. Is the Winchester House simply a manifestation of one woman's guilt, or a haunted maze filled with vengeful spirits? The mansion stands silent, its labyrinthine corridors holding the answer, locked away in the heart of the Winchester Mystery House. How far would you go for adventure? Would you dare to tread where mystery and death intertwine? Welcome to the horrifying tale of the Dyatlov Pass incident. In the heart of winter, in the year 1959, 9 experienced hikers embarked on a journey into the northern Ural Mountains. Their destination was the peak of Kolotsiakl, known in the native Mansi language as the Mountain of the Dead. Little did they know the name would bear a chilling significance. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a seasoned explorer, and his team was no less impressive. Their venture was supposed to be a routine winter expedition, but what unfolded was far from ordinary. Several weeks after the group failed to report back, a search party was sent out. What they found was a scene of inexplicable horror. The hikers' tent, their only refuge against the harsh winter, was torn open from the inside. It was as if something had instilled such terror in them that they had chosen to face the deadly cold rather than stay inside. But the mystery deepens. The hikers were found scattered across the snow, some barefoot, others only partially dressed. It was as if they had run into the freezing wilderness in a panic. Autopsy reports suggested they had not succumbed to the cold but to fatal injuries. Some had fractured skulls and others bore signs of crushing force. And yet there were no signs of struggle, no animal tracks, no other footprints but their own. The cause of their panic, the reason for their bizarre behavior, remains unexplained to this day. Theories abound, from secret military experiments to paranormal phenomena, but none provide a satisfactory explanation. The Dyatlov Pass incident is a dark, frost-bitten enigma, a tale of 9 lives abruptly and mysteriously extinguished. It's a stark reminder of how, in our pursuit of adventure, we sometimes stumble upon the inexplicable, the chilling and the downright terrifying. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most chilling, unsolved mysteries of our time. What do you believe caused the hikers' panic and their untimely deaths? We've dived into 3 chilling true stories, each shrouded in uncertainty and fear. What ties these tales together is the haunting question: what really happened? First, we revisited the eerie case of the Sodder children, 5 youngsters who vanished without a trace from their burning home on Christmas Eve. Their parents' relentless search and the unsettling clues left behind only deepened the mystery. Next, we navigated the labyrinthine halls of the Winchester House, a grand mansion constructed by a grieving widow. Here we pondered the countless inexplicable architectural oddities and questioned whether they were indeed designed to trap malevolent spirits. Finally, we ventured into the icy wilderness of the Dyatlov Pass. 9 seasoned hikers met their end under circumstances so bizarre and horrifying they've puzzled investigators for decades. Each tale, a chilling reminder of the unknown that looms in the shadows. The truth may remain buried, but the echoes of these chilling tales continue to haunt us. In the realm of the unknown and the unexplained, fear finds fertile ground to grow. These tales we've wandered through today, each with their own shade of terror, are but a glimpse into the world's unsolved mysteries. And though they may unsettle us, they also ignite our curiosity. There is something undeniably compelling about the unknown, about the stories that make us question what we think we know. Perhaps you've heard similar tales, or maybe you've experienced something unexplainable yourself. We encourage you to delve into these mysteries, to share your thoughts and your own stories. After all, it's through questioning, sharing, and exploring that we begin to peel back the layers of the unknown. Fear not, for the unknown is not always to be feared, but often to be questioned. Remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind questioning.